Hey guys, I'm Brianna, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you guys all the books that I've gotten in January, which is quite a lot actually, but a couple sets of them are like in the same series and you'll understand why. But to finish out January, this is the 21st where I'm filming these videos, so I still have a week and a half left, and I am going on a college, it's kind of like a scholarship competition. So I have to take a test and then whatever, it's like a whole big thing. But it's like a 4-hour ride from where I am. If you guys don't know, 1, I'm a high school senior, and 2, I live in New York. So it's in Pennsylvania, the college, so it's like 4 hours. So I plan to read a book then. So I'm hoping I can get a couple more books done. And this next week for me is midterm week. So it's blocked schedule, so I don't have school. It's just like I have to come in for whatever time my midterm is and I can leave. So I plan to read a little bit. I'm not saying I'm going to read a ton because I need to study, but I'll try and read a lot. But yeah, so this is my January book haul. The first book I received from actually the agent of the author. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say after that. But it's Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. This is not coming out until April 24th. So I'm sorry if you guys are interested in it, but I am definitely planning to read this probably February break, and I want to have a review up. I'll probably get a review up February, March-ish, we'll see, but super excited to read this. This to me seems, even though I don't watch Game of Thrones, like the concept of it, this seems to me like a Game of Thrones book. Basically, this girl, her whole family's murdered in front of her, and she's the princess, and she is taken as like the last of her family, and she is living, I guess you could say kidnapped, under the new Kaiser. And the new Kaiser, very mean, tortures her, humiliates her, all this stuff. And she basically doesn't have any power until one day she decides she wants to step up and try and take back her throne. So I thought this was really interesting. Super excited that I get to have an early copy of this book because this is one of my most anticipated books this year, and this cover is so pretty, guys. So yeah. The next book I got was Dune by Carrie Coper and Lori Langdon. I think I bought this month, which is bad that I don't remember because it shows you guys that I have a book buying problem. Woo! But yeah, this book was okay. This is going to be in my wrap-up, so go check that out if you want to see what I thought of this. And disclaimer, I had one book given to me as an ARC by the agent of the author. Most of them are either from my local Barnes & Noble or books from Amazon. I do have Amazon, well, my parents have Amazon Prime, so I kind of just take the account and say, hey Dad, do you want to order these books for me? And he's like, looks at me and he's like, you have a problem? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I want my books. So yeah, that's what I did. But it's annoying because a lot of the books that I want, they don't have at the Barnes & Noble because they just don't provide them, or Barnes & Noble isn't given rights to carry them, so then I just get them off Amazon, which it kind of scares me because I don't know what condition they're going to come in, but I haven't had a bad book yet. So yeah, the next book I got is The Ones Who Got Away by Ronnie Lauren. This book was phenomenal. This is about, it's not just a great cover, guys. This guy is beautiful, but this book is about a group of students who have survived a school shooting when they were in high school, I think most of them were seniors at this time, and they were at prom, so the shooting was at prom. And then 12 years later, they kind of reconnect after shooting a documentary, even though they kind of don't want to shoot it because it brings about their PTSD and their anxiety and everything. But it basically, I really liked this book, not just for the romance that obviously 2 of the characters are getting involved, but just like how they showcase the PTSD, they did a great job with that because they showed it's not just what everyone makes it out to be, and it really is something serious, and I really, really enjoyed this book. The next book's not coming out till June, so at least it is coming out this year, and I don't have to wait too long for it, but super excited, really enjoyed this book, will be in my wrap-up. The next book I got was Between the Blade and the Heart by Amanda Hodking. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is book 1. I think it's just going to be a duology. That's what it seems like. And this is about Valkyries. The next book is actually coming out. It's called From the Earth and the Shadows. It's on the back. That's book 2. It's coming out in April, so I'm kind of really excited that they're really close release dates. And I was kind of surprised that this book's brand new and it's in paperback, because normally it's in hardcover. But I love paperbacks. Paperbacks are really nice. So very excited to read this book. I want to hold off as long as possible because I have so many good books and I just don't want to read them. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? But I'm super excited to read this. This is based on Norse mythology. So, for example, Thor is Norse mythology. Loved it. And it's kind of like a little bit, I believe the Vikings believed in this stuff. But Valkyries are a group of female women that rode on horseback in the sky. And I think they were horses, something like that. And they basically fought in battle. So, very excited for this book. The next book I got was Pretty Dead Girls by Monica Murphy. I've been saying this a lot. I know JG on BookTube, she actually said this was her most anticipated book. I've been seeing this a lot on Bookstagram as well. I also saw the ones who got away on Bookstagram, so that's why I picked it up. But this, all I know is popular girls who were mean are dying. That's all I know. And I do like myself a good murder mystery, and I feel like I should really wait until October to read this. But what I may do is I may read it now, forget everything that happens, because I read so much, like I forget the plot lines of a lot of books, and I'll forget it, and then in October I can read it, and it'll be almost like brand new. Yeah, guys, this is what I plan with my life. But it's really pretty, and I like how the hardback is pink. I was going to say red. It's pink, guys. But very excited to read this, and yeah. The next book I had to get, and I ordered off of Amazon because, long story, but Barnes & Noble had the black version, and I didn't like the black version because I just didn't like it. I liked the white version better. I don't know, the white version I've been seeing since it first came out, and the black version had a short story in there of her other series that I've never read and I didn't care about. But I really liked it because the white is like the white front, and then if you open it, it has like black engraving on the inside, so I'll show it to you. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I did get an ARC from my library that someone left, so I did read it already, but I did want the finished copy because I am obsessed with the ARC, and the finished copy is just beautiful. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's like the black with the gold, and I think it really complements it better than the white hardback. So I really liked this better, and I don't know, I just wasn't interested in that short story because I didn't read the series, but so happy I have this book. And yeah, I'm probably going to be reading this. This is going to be one of my next reads, because I do want to read it since everyone's reading it now, and even though I had the opportunity to read it before, I would like to see if the finished copy is different from the ARC copy. And the next couple books I got. So, story time. It will be my wrap-up as well, because I did talk about this. But I read the first 3 books in the series. Well, I read the first 2 books, and I absolutely loved them. And before I read the third book, I was like, I need to order the rest of the series. Like, I have to. So, like, this literally was, I want to say, 5 days after my dad ordered these books off of Amazon Prime. And I was like, hey, Dad, just wondering if you'd want to order more books for me. And he was like, seriously? But I'm so upset because the 6th book doesn't have a release date yet, and I need to know when it's coming out because I like need it in my hands now. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the next, I guess it's book 4, 5, and 5.5 in the Hades Hangman series. These books are so phenomenal. I love them so much. And the 4th book is Deep Redemption, which follows Cain, aka, actually I don't want to say aka, but it follows Prophet Cain. I'm not saying aka because that's kind of a spoiler. And it was good. I liked this book. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. It was like a 4 out of 5. Then I got Damnable Grace, which I think I rated a 5 out of 5. And this follows Phoebe and AK. I can't really say anymore because you have to read the other books to know who these people are. But yeah, and I Do Babe, which is a book about a wedding of two people that got married that I can't tell you who they are because it's such a spoiler. But I feel like after you've read some of the books, you'll know who this couple is. But so depressed that it was this small because this is all I have. This is pretty much me and how close I am to dying because the next book is not coming out yet. Don't know when it's coming out. But Tillie Cole is probably one of my new favorite authors next to Sarah J. Maas and Jennifer L. Armentrout. Right now, I think Jennifer L. Armentrout is probably going to stay like my #1 author, but I think Tillie Cole is like #2 right now, and it's so good. I love this series. It's a dark, dark contemporary romance, yeah, but emphasis on really, really dark, that follows a motorcycle club and a cult. And obviously the cult is shady because that's what happens in this book. But I really enjoyed it a lot. Each book is about a different set of characters. I can't really tell you what the 6th book's about either because like I can't because it's such a spoiler. So I'm not going to tell you what the 6th book's about. But she already announced the characters that are going to be in it. And I'll tell you the characters. So it's going to be Cowboy Hush and Sia, who is Ryder's sister, right? Ryder's sister, yeah. So Ryder is in book 2. Sia is mentioned in book 2 as well, and I'm actually happy that we get to see her story, but there's some stuff about the story that I'm kind of upset over. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about because I don't know if you guys have read the series. So good, 100% recommend it. Oh, so good. But because I just bent my book. Oh, I'm so depressed. Okay, I'm gonna go cry, guys, right now because I just bent my book. Damn it. No! I'm literally gonna go cry. This is very depressing. But because I love Tillie Cole so much, I had to get her other series that she has out, and it's the Sweet Home series. And it's kind of like the first book is kind of separate from the next 3, but the first book is Sweet Home, and it's bent right here if you guys didn't know. So annoying. I don't know if I can return it now and get a new copy. I'm gonna see if I can return it and get a new copy. But we'll see. Very upset that it's bent. Breaks my heart because I know I'm gonna love this book. But these are all football romance books, and these are actually new adult, and they aren't dark, guys. So it's a very completely different story. The next book is Sweet Fall. The 3rd book is Sweet Hope. And the 4th book is Sweet Soul. Now, these 3 books talk about the Carrillo brothers. I think that's what their names are. So these are kind of more related than Sweet Home, even though this is the start of the series. So it's kind of confusing, but it's kind of not. But very excited to read this book. And I was gonna read this book, and I'm so upset. There's a freaking bent in it. I can't anymore, guys. Like, my life is ruined right now. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to my parents and see if I can return it and get a new one of this. So great. But speaking of that, so that's all I got in January, and you guys just witnessed my mental breakdown. That was fun. And yeah, I got a ton of books and very excited to read all of them, and we'll see how it goes, guys. Leave a comment down below if you guys are looking for any books. Oh, and if you guys, okay, so I did say, before I finish this video, I did say that I was getting a couple books that I didn't get, and that's because I went to the bookstore super early this month, but I already planned my date. I'm going the first Saturday of February, and I plan to get Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings, the final copy. Moonlight Sins by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is her paranormal romance. It's brand new. That's coming out January 30th. And The Hazelwood. I think it's by Melissa Albert, I think. But I plan to be getting those 3 books in February, so yeah. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you guys subscribe if you like my content. Bye!